I think it's good. Hopefully. Well, here I am. Apologize for the setup right now. My studio is still kind of in progress because honestly, I ran out of money. But hopefully soon, by the end of this summer for sure, I think it'll be pretty much done. But for those who don't know me, my name is Seth, and I'm a graphic designer and videographer from the Toronto area. Actually, no, you wouldn't know me because I don't post. Actually, I haven't posted in damn near 2 years, anything personal at least. And if I did, I took it down because I've let my anxieties, my fears, my worries, my doubts totally paralyze and cripple me into thinking that I'm, I'm not an artist and I'm not meant for this and I can't do anything right and then I'm shit and then everything I make is shit. So, yeah, but I'm done doing that now. A friend told me that, perfection has no output. So I'm posting this if it's the last thing I do. And if you're seeing this, then hopefully that means that I did. Even now, like, yo, I'm trying to start this video for like an hour and a half. I even restarted it once just because I'm hella insecure or self-conscious about what I look like on camera. I think everybody deals with that to like a degree, but honestly, like I'm hella self-conscious about it. I think I look good in person. Me, personally, I think like I'm comfortable and confident in that. Like I look good in person, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like since a kid, I've always been like, yeah, I'm not photogenic. I don't look good on camera, which I still feel that way. I think for me, it's just a little bit heightened too because I'm used to being behind the camera for my work usually, whether it's for my actual like my day job, whether it's for my freelance work or work I'm doing for clients, or whether it's for my twin, shout out my twin who raps, whether it's with him or we're linking up and we're working on stuff, I'm always behind the camera. And it's not like I don't want to make content where I'm in the video, like I do, and I've had bare ideas for time to do that, which I've just like I was saying earlier, just I've been held back or held myself back or consented to being held back and giving into that, which is why that stuff is not seeing the light of day. But anyway, that's not here nor there. My point is that this actually, I mean, that even just ties into the point of this video that I'm making. So let me just explain the segment here. Like, what am I doing? Midday meditation. You saw it in the title. That's a segment I'm trying to do. I'm finna do, I should say. Exactly what it sounds like. Midday meditations. I think I just come to see this last 2 years, and especially this year too, as I'm investing in me, what's important to me, who I am, and growing in that and taking that space. I think that I just see that I'm a really, my brain is wired in an interesting way, and people have told me that a lot this last couple of years, that I kind of connect things in an interesting way, that I approach topics in an interesting way. And I mean, just real shit, like I be thinking about all kinds of random things, like from when I wake up until I go to sleep, like I be, just having a whole long rants, be chopping it up with God about different things, be just taking bare time to flesh out, how I feel and about all kinds of different topics that I'm passionate about, or things I'm wrestling with or struggling with. And I just be having bare midday meditations. I mean, I'm diagnosed ADD as well, and that's always been a thing since I'm a kid. But I'm also just very like erratic, like high energy and super extroverted. That that's just who I am. I've always been, a passionate and creative person, and been kind of like bouncing off the walls or whatever. So this just seems, this is an idea that I feel like just made 100% sense. Like shout out to God for that. I feel like it just makes 100% sense to do because it's just so ingrained to my daily life anyway. So why not just throw it out here, but not for no reason, as if like, oh, I want to put my voice out there, like, yo, like, I'm Seth and I want people to know. Not like, nah, like, who gives a shit about me? It's not about that. It's just, I think I find that I've dealt with, even up till now, like a lot of loneliness and just, fear surrounding what kind of things I think, what kind of things I'm wrestling with, what I struggle with, and what I'm passionate about. And a kind of like a fear around, maybe am I the only person who thinks this? Am I in the wrong? Am I crazy? Is there something wrong with me? And I'm really grateful for the people in my close immediate circle, because definitely do never feel that way around them. Praise God for that. Like, we're locked in, and they do relate to me when I share things. Still a minority, like it's really just a few people, but that's all you need. I'm grateful for my circle because that's real family. In the church too, like especially in the church actually, like people are mad closed off, narrow-minded, ignorant, harsh, uneducated, like inauthentic, and just, condemning with real life issues and problems. And I think that's really what I want to capture with midday meditation. It's like, like I'm not the only person I know out there who feels this way about these things. And I think it's therapeutic for me to be like, like let me connect with people out there who I know exist, who are in a similar situation. And also for y'all, like to hopefully feel like, like there's someone talking about that kind of stuff where we both feel like affirmed in each other, like, real shit, like that it's not just us, because it's not, and I refuse to believe that. Anyway, I really want to capture, authenticity and raw realness with this too, because I'm just at a stage in my life where I cannot stand fake people or people who are inauthentic and present themselves that way, whether it's on the internet, whether it's in person, whether it's in the workplace, but just people I interact with on a daily. Like I cannot handle, inauthentic people. I just cannot do it because I'm very, wear my heart on my sleeve, very, raw and real about everything. And that's really a quality I value in my close friends and family and, people I surround myself with. And even just like things I consume, like I cannot stand if I feel like it's performative, if I feel like it's not genuine, I cannot rock with it. And I'm sorry, not sorry, because I won't put myself in positions to intake that, because I just can't stand things I feel like they're not reflective of real life struggles, real life issues, real life, passions. And unfortunately, like again, and it's something that will come up a lot in midday meditations, I just don't feel like majority church culture represents what I'm exactly saying. I don't think it represents authenticity. Being a creative is tough, yo. Like I don't know what to say. I just feel like the amount of opposition that I know that all creatives face when it comes to creating and it's like living on our purpose is wild. Like, like it's really like fighting demons. Like I'm fighting demons every day just to do anything related to like my passion. Like if I'm designing a new clothing design, which, that's what all this stuff, you can't even see all of it on my left side, all the hoodies I got here, because, I'm chefing up something in the background, which is not ready yet, but it will be ready for fall. Stay tuned for that. But whether I'm trying to film something for myself or for somebody else, or even at work, cooking on ideas, planning out things, just creating, man, it's always like, I can't do this and I can't do that, and maybe I'm actually shit and I'm not called to this, and even if I do it, it's not gonna look good. Even when I make something, it's like, oh, this is garbage, this is trash, like why would you even want to post this? And so I end up not posting. Or even if I do post, I don't celebrate any wins. I just immediately shit on it, like, oh, this is garbage, you're ass, and I don't want to basically like live in the moment for even a second to be like, I'm making progress. Instead of being like, I'm making progress, this is better than the last thing. Which, I mean, as an artist, as a creative of any kind, whether you're a chef, you're a cinematographer, videographer, whether you're a graphic designer, just, whatever, you're a writer, you're a musician, like you need that level of perfectionism to some degree to always be striving for better, be hungry for more, and have that competitive edge. No, I mean, like you have to have that, and if you don't have it, you're not gonna get better, you're not gonna grow, you're not gonna, reach that level of excellence. If you just, I mean, as I'm learning now, I shouldn't even be saying it like as if I've arrived, because I'm very much still in the middle of dealing with it. But like I've definitely been that person for the last few years where I just don't celebrate wins. I don't celebrate small wins. I'm always just in my mind, always behind, always, shit at what I do, always not good enough, and just that whole cycle of just not liking anything I make ever. There's not rocking with anything I make. Even people around me are gassing and like, you're good. You're sick of what you do. You're meant for this. You're called to this. This is your, your bag or whatever. I appreciate them, but I just don't believe in myself. Like, and it's crazy. It's one of those things where it's like, if I was, somebody else is sharing something with me, I would gas them. I would support them and, everything. But if they were to do it back to me, I would not receive what they're saying. Like I wouldn't challenge them. I would just, or maybe I would. I mean, usually when people compliment me on my stuff, I'm like, yeah, like it's cool, like it's whatever. Like honestly, I don't really like it that much. But wait till I make this next thing. But then when I make the next thing, I just do the same thing again, and I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. It's just not good. I don't speak life. I speak death on myself, and then because of that, I have formed such a bad mentality around creating, where then I don't even feel like doing it. I don't even feel like starting something because I just don't think it's gonna come out the way that I want. And if you just let it have its way the way I have this last 2 years, you will just stop creating, period. And it doesn't matter how much people support you, how much people affirm you. If you let it just beat you down like this and you accept it, you accept those labels, you accept, those accusations for yourself, then that's what it ends up becoming then. Not because it becomes true, but you just, you put down your pencil, your instrument, whatever it is, you just put down the camera, you put down whatever it is you got, and you stop because you believe the lie. It's not even always that, people are hating from the outside, which they do. People be hating from the outside. That's something I will definitely address in this video. If people be hating, it's crazy. Like, I'm a lot of things. Like, I'm not perfect, but I'm not a hater, and I think I'm really confident to say that. Like, God knows I'm a lot of things, but a hater is not one of them. You could never catch me. You could deadass never catch me hating on anything for anyone. Even if I don't really like something or disagree with someone, you'll never catch me hating because it's just not who I am. But some people are really cool hating and not minding their business and speaking in other people's lives unwantedly. Could never be me, but there's people who are like that. They move like that. That's cool for them. I just don't associate with them. But yeah, no, it's crazy when you're creative. Like, everybody just wants to speak into your space and tell you that they could do what you do better or has a better idea of how you should be moving than you do. Not actual criticism, not actual helpful, constructive feedback, but kind of just shitting on you and, thinking they can do it better. And that's why I actually don't let anybody who's not in my immediate circle give me feedback anymore, because if you open up your space to people who don't understand who you are, what you're trying to accomplish, what your vision is, who don't understand your space also, whether you're a rapper, you're a singer, you're a visual artist, a videographer, a writer, whatever you are, and if they don't understand that, but they really want to speak into it because they have a pride about it, because they think they know better, and that's just the kind of person they are, then you're gonna get torn down by what they say, and you have the power to not give them the space to do that, which I think is dope. So I don't give them the space to do that anymore. It's such a shame as well. I'm not gonna lie. I still really have a lot of guilt over wasting and squandering so much time. This last couple of years, just not working on my craft the way that I should have been this whole time. I could have been a lot better than I am right now. I could have had so much content out there and just a lot of discipline and consistency for that, and just been, somewhere different now with all this stuff. But you know what? I'm grateful. I'm grateful to God for bringing me to this place right now where He's helping build my confidence and my security and affirmation about where I'm supposed to be. That I'm called to this, and that I need to fight. I need to fight and persevere and push off against all this garbage trying to hold me back, and just break free and live in my purpose. And it's gonna be uncomfortable, and it is uncomfortable, and it is difficult, and it is painful, and there's growing pains, but it's good, and He's good, and I'm just grateful for the fact that I can really lock in and press into it now. Because it's better late than never, and I still got lots and lots of time. I'm going back to therapy next week as well, which I'm really excited about, because I think in the past, a lot of my sessions were just about, relationships I was in and just things other than me. But now it's going to be about me and investing in me and, learning about myself and growing as an individual, which I'm mad excited about. I don't even know what this video is going to turn out like, honestly, but I don't care, because this is what I need to be doing. This is what I should be doing, and I'm going to make stuff and post regardless of how I feel it came out, and I'm gonna celebrate the wins, the small wins, the everyday. Oh, making progress. Oh, I posted something. Oh, I pushed through the feeling of, oh, it's gonna be shit, or I'm not good, to just make something and get it out there anyway. I'm gonna try. Appreciate y'all. Let me know what you think of this first video, and I'm gonna get better. I know I will. And I'm trying to rest in that now. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. I'm gonna do Sinners for this next one, probably, because we're still fresh off the release, and I want to get my thoughts there out about it while people are still in the space of thinking about it, because I'm very much in the space of thinking about it. It's crazy to me, honestly. Probably one of my favorites of the whole decade. So anyway, let me save that for next time. I'm gonna see y'all.